Aeneas, ferocious in armor, stood there still, shifting his gaze, and held his sword arm back, holding himself back too, as Turnus' words began to sway him more and more, when all at once he caught sight of the fateful sword belt of Pallas, swept over Turnus' shoulder, gleaming with the shining studs Aeneas knew by heart. Young Pallas, whom Turnus had overpowered, taken down with a wound, and now his shoulder flaunted his enemy's battle emblem like a trophy. Aeneas, soon as his eyes drank in that plunder, keepsake of his own savage grief, flaring up in fury, terrible in his rage, he cries, "Decked in the spoils you stripped from one I loved, escape my clutches? Never. Pallas strikes this blow, Pallas sacrifices you now, makes you pay the price with your own guilty blood." In the same breath, blazing with his wrath, he plants his iron sword hilt deep in his enemy's heart. Turnus' limbs went limp in the chill of death. His life breath fled with a groan of outrage down to the shades below. This was a little more difficult than last time we had to do a recitation. At least Chaucer kind of had a flow to it when we had to memorize the opening lines. But this was good. It was kind of just going through the motions. I'm not really good at putting power behind recitations. I wish I was. I wish I wasn't so focused on the memorizing part and a little more on how to get it out into the open. But I liked the Aeneid. I liked Aeneas. I liked how it ends. I like how he wasn't just a pushover the entire story, just doing what he was supposed to do and getting on with his life and following everyone else's orders. This was something he actually got to get revenge for, and I didn't feel bad for Turnus, but it's powerful last lines. It kind of is a cliffhanger. It leaves you in the open. I wish I was a little more powerful in delivering it, but you're not going to get much more from me. But I enjoyed reading the epics and being able to see what goes into them and being able to see how a lot of them had to do with wrath and fury and people being able to take out other people, I guess. But I enjoyed it. I wasn't able to memorize it as I did with Chaucer's, but I did as much as I could. I memorized the first few lines at least, and sadly just kind of fell back as a handicap to my notes, but I hope it was good.